Well, hello, welcome, or welcome back, whichever it is. I'm happy you're here. Tonight's dinner is going to be, yet again, another quick and easy. I am making stuffed taco shells. Send it! I've done this thing 5 times and I couldn't do it. I got it. Well, let me show you how easy this is. Let's get it, let's go. Let's heat up the pot. Come on. Okay, first things first, we gotta cook the shells. Got the water boiling. I forgot. Salt like the ocean. Boo, boo, boo. Add the shells. And I would cook these almost all of the way because they're barely gonna cook inside the oven. Okay, so it calls for, oh, see, I got the wrong kind. That's 80-20. It's going to be fatty. I usually use the 85, but it calls for 1.5 pounds of beef. I don't have 1.5 pounds. I got 1 pound. But what I'm going to do to make up the difference is use 1/2 pound of ground chicken with it. You could use ground chicken, ground pork, ground whatever you want. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just ground meat. Okay, so I'm gonna put 1/2 pound of ground chicken in with this. Okay, so I have 1 pound of ground chicken, and we'll use that for hamburgers or something. Holidays coming up, so I'm sure I'll use it. Won't go to waste. So I'm going to brown this up, and that's all you have to do for now. Pasta's cooking, meat is browning up. All right, so there you have it. I browned up the chicken and the ground beef. I threw the extra half in there that I wasn't going to use because Eric said he'd like it for tacos later during the week, so I might as well just cook it up. That might help me a little bit better right there. All right, so on to the next step. Okay, so now that we have the pasta. Now that we have the meat drained, you're going to use some salsa. Whatever brand you have is fine. It calls for 16 ounces. I'm going to add a little extra because I added that extra meat in there, which is 1 cup. This is an open jar, so I don't think it's quite 16 ounces. I am not brand loyal. Well, when it comes to salsa, I am, but most stuff I'm not. Because I cooked 2 pounds, because I did 1 pound of the beef and 1 pound of the chicken because Eric wanted it for I'm putting in 2 cups. Rather than the 1 cup. I think. It's the reason I hesitate is because it's chicken in there. It doesn't always be able to defend itself. I'm going to use a packet of whatever taco seasoning you want. I put a little extra in here because I buy mine in bulk, and apparently we like taco seasoning around here. And that's it, guys. That's going in. When we heat this up, so let me say this. When we're done heating this up, you would think we'd add water and stuff like that. We're not going to do that. But you can't, yeah, it needs all this. You can add your cheese now, but I'm not because Eric, I have to pull his out first. So I'm going to put my cheese across the top of these shells. But we just got to get this mixed up real good. And we got to get it, we want it to simmer for about 5 or 6 minutes so that you can get it incorporated. Let me keep on mixing so this looks like something, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the pasta's done. I'm gonna drain it and run it under some cold water to stop the cooking process and make it so I can handle it. All right, so I'm gonna start with this little dish first because I have to do Eric first. So we're gonna give him a couple of shells. I put it on this red pad so you can see what I'm doing. These shells are still a little hot, so I'm taking them out just a little bit so they can cool off. Just to give it a second to cool off. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your shell, you're gonna get a nice sized spoon. The one I don't know where it came from. And you're just going to take the meat. Oops. Put it inside. And lay it in the pan. So, I gotta make the whole thing, and then we'll come back when I have finished all of the shells, and then I'll show you what to do from there. Okay, so the shells are stuffed. Made a little bit of a mess. Eric is, again, for people who don't know, Eric is very, very, very allergic to dairy. So I use, this is the Mexican style shreds. They're plant-based. And I'm just gonna sprinkle some of this. And then I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit of his mozzarella on there. Just gives it a little extra something. And then I'll move on to ours that are done for the cheese lovers. These made a lot. So I have, what do I have? I have Colby Jack. That's what I got. That's what I'm using. Use what you got on hand, guys. If all you got is cheddar, ouch. Then just, pardon the arm, please. Just use cheddar. If you only have American, then use American. But I happen to have this. Luckily, I had this. I didn't know I had this in the back. All right, so I'm gonna take some cheese, and now you gotta do what you do. You know your family. You know what you like. Do what you do. We like cheese. So, I'm darn near gonna put half this pack on here, which would be, it says it's 3 cups. So, I put a cup and a half on there. Sure looks like more. Okay, so this is gonna go in the oven, 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Really all you gotta do is heat it through. Everything else is cooked, and melt the cheese. We'll be back. Okay, I'm bringing ours out now. Just give me a moment. Whoop. Almost couldn't get it out. Woo! Oh, I love the reveal. Whoops. Look at that. Yummy. 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 See if Eric's doing a good job. Eric's is going to have to go under the broiler for a minute to melt that cheese. Alrighty. Well, there you have it. That's ours. I'm going to get Eric's out of the oven, and we'll meet you at the table. Well, don't she look yummy? Yummy. 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 He said it. Okay, there's Eric's plate, and we're going to eat this up. I'm going to put some butter, cinnamon, and sugar on that. And there's my plate. I ain't going to say it again. You know what it is.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
All right, let's get to the table. Let's get to eating.
If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video.
Okay, so here we are, ready to do a taste test. I've never had this before, so by default, you've never had it before either. So I want to get right into this taco stuffed shell. Well, apparently, unbeknownst to Eric and I, the camera stopped recording right at this point. He does like it, and he comes back to describe what it tasted like. Eric decided he had more to say.
I want to say that these actually taste like tacos, but like mini. So basically, it's like you're eating a mini taco with a shell.
That's cool. Alrighty then. He has spoken. Bye.
Bye.
So, how was it? Did everybody like it or just me and Eric? They ate every last drop of it. Nothing left. Eric's bowl is just as empty. Now, I will be making this again, but what I would do differently, and this is my honest critique. The meat, by not adding the water like you would making tacos, was a little tighter, I guess. I don't want to say dry. It wasn't dry. It was very moist. It just wasn't as loose as I would like it. So I would put a little bit of water in with mine as well. And I probably would have used a whole bag of cheese instead of just half of the bag. Instead of a cup and a half, I probably would have put the whole darn bag on there as it called for. I did not. So there you have it. I hope you like it. I hope you try. And come on, guys. If you like my videos, if you get anything out of it, smash that button. Subscribe. It helps me out. Okay? Bye-bye.